Hello, beautiful, lovely souls. I know, honestly, I did a collective reading earlier, and then ironically, the message ended up getting erased or deleted. I don't know, I guess they really did not want me to share the message. Like, I kept having, technical difficulties, I suppose you could call it, in regards to what I was trying to share with you, and, basically, like, I mean, I'm just gonna, like, share it with you just the way it is, like, what it was about was somebody was in like the Knight of Wands energy, but like it was karmic, like, and you know, Knight of Wands is one of the quicker ones in the deck, right? Like, you know what I'm saying, in regards to energy. So I mean, like, they obviously are very determined and they're very obsessed and they're not willing to let go in regards to your energy. They're like obsessed with your energy basically, and they don't want to let go of it because like they're just trying to find a way to harvest off you or do whatever they can to basically, you know what I'm saying, like, and they're acting as if they have the power or the authority, but they don't realize that you can't mess with divine beings, like, you know what I mean, like the spiritual laws, the universal laws, things like that. And actually, I was actually told by spirit that I should share this, even though I don't really, like, I'm usually keeping my business to myself, I'm quiet, I don't like sharing stuff like this, but I had a dream a little while ago. In my dream, actually, I'm not kidding, spirit literally told me, you should tell them it's time, like, if you want, like, you know, you gotta expose this shit. So, in my dream, first let me finish about the reading, okay, is basically the reading was positive because you were showing up in the High Priestess energy, and the Three of Cups was also like the past energy, so that was like positive as well, right? Since celebrating with your friends, right? We had the Three of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck, which is like collaborating with other people. You know, it's positive stuff, right? There wasn't really anything bad in regards to you or the collective. In regards to the collective, nothing bad came up. It's just the only thing that was negative was the karmics or the opposing forces that are still obsessed and they just are very determined and they really don't want to let go in regards to, but they don't really have a choice. That's what they need to understand, because in regards to the universal, the etheric, the spiritual, celestial laws that be, in regards to how many laws have been broken, they've crossed the line now, like, dude, I'm not even kidding, like, thousands and thousands and thousands of times. Like, it's like past the point. Like, it's like we've all reached our limit. I think we have all been experiencing it to a different extent, but it's, if you're a light worker, if you're a starseed, if you're an earth angel, if you are any of these things, or you're part of the 144,000 of us, and you know what I mean, like, or like, I don't even care. I'm just gonna say it how it is, right? I'm not afraid to speak my truth. I've always been a true seeker and a true speaker, and I am not afraid to stand in my authentic truth, my authentic nature. I am not afraid to speak it, and I'm not afraid to put it out there. You know what I'm saying? I have no fear in regards to that, because you know what I mean. I've already embraced death. I've faced death before. I'm not gonna lie. I have had a couple near-death experiences, and you know what? When death comes for me, I will embrace her like an old friend. You know what I mean? Because then all that means is that I will finally serve my purpose here and I will get to go home. So I do not fear death, nor do I fear these opposing forces that think they're all that in a bag of chips. But you know what? They're not even that in a bag of chips. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, if they did what it was, it's like salt and vinegar or something like that. Because, you know, they probably need salt and vinegar just to, you know, get all the polluted, demonic shit out of their vessel. You know what I'm saying? Like, I bet's a bad joke. I know, but I'm just saying, like, I don't even think a priest could help at this point, because all the demonic attachments that, I'm not kidding, I'm telling you, like, a lot of these individuals are being controlled by demons. They're not even really, the attachments, the things that are attached to them are demonic entities. They're not, even control of their own soul. You know what I'm saying? Because when you're possessed, you're not aware that you're possessed. You know what I'm saying? But besides that, Spirit really wants me to share this dream with you, so I'm gonna share it because. Okay, so the dream I had was basically I just got out of a karmic relationship. I was with the individual for about 10 years. I've only had 2 relationships in my life. The first one I had a kid with. I was young. I was a 3-year relationship. I was 16. I had my first kid. Anyways, second relationship was 10 years, okay? I was with him from 19 and 18, 19 years old. I met him, and then I'm like, well, I'm 29 now, but I mean, actually, so maybe it was like 9 years, maybe. But it was around, yeah, right? So I've been away from him for at least a year or two now, right? So, I mean, then thank God for that, because he was like the thing that was, I don't really want to get into too much of it. I really don't even want to talk about this, to tell you the truth. But Spirit wanted me to share this with you. So, anyways, so the dream I had was on. Actually, I made a mental note of it, a recording, and I just listened to it before I came to post this or put this online. And it was August 23rd. Apparently, I woke up. I even said the time. I woke up at like 4:51 p.m. or something like that. And basically, in my dream, these were projections. Like, these were like demonic entities or projections. Like, because the vessel, the person that was in his vessel, like, what happened originally was that it was like I was being chased down by him and my ex. Like, it wasn't actually him. Like, I'm telling you, it was just a projection of him or a demonic entity controlling him. It was not actually him. Because we've with him for 10 years. I know him better than he knows himself. And so I'm pretty sure I would know if it was him. And it wasn't even him. Like, it was just someone controlling his vessel. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're basically intruders trying to intrude into my subconscious, basically. Right? And that's after I've all alone. But I'm pretty good at lucid dreaming. I always have been, because... Just hold on 1 second. It's okay. Sorry, don't mind that. That was just a gnat. I had to kill it because lately people, as soon as I start talking about this shit, all of a sudden a gnat comes in. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck's up with that? You know what I mean? Like, that's gross. I'm sorry. I had to do that. That was just like, it's like there's boundaries that just need to be respected, and I'm not getting, like, people need to respect people's boundaries. Like, in my home, I should be safe and secure, and I should feel safe and secure as well. It's in my body, and I do feel safe and secure in my body and in my home. But people keep trying to project these things at me, and you know what? I rebuke it every time, and I return it to sender, and I say, you know, forgive them, Lord. They really don't know what the fuck they're doing, right? You know what I'm saying? They really don't. But back to the dream. I apologize for that noise. That was my laptop falling on the ground, as you see here, right? The laptop fell because I just basically just stepped on it. I believe it's on the bottom of my shoe. Hold on, let me pause for a second. I apologize for that disturbance. Okay, I'm gonna make this brief because I got laundry actually at 3 in the morning, and it's actually 1:32, which is kind of a weird time. 1:32. It's like, okay. Anyways, I'm gonna make this just a brief message. I just wanted to share. Spirit told me, yeah, you may as well expose it. So, anyways, this dream. So these motherfuckers try and intrude into my subconscious in my dream, okay? And they are fronting as if they are my ex that I was with for 10 years, my karmic ex that I was with. But it's not actually him. It's just a projection of him. It's not even him. It's just someone controlling his vessel, or like even someone just a demonic entity. Like, you know what I'm saying, it was not him. I know his energy. I know him better than he knows himself. After, when you're with someone for 10 years, you kind of get to know what they're about, and you know what I'm saying. I kind of 100%, like, I've seen him possessed before, and I'm telling you one thing. Yeah, that this is 100%. I'm positive it was just a projection, and not just that. This projection had a bunch of other projections of all these other guys. Like, they were all chasing me down. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, my ex, I'll tell you one thing. He would kill for me. Like, no joke. He would fucking hunt motherfuckers down and kill for me. No lie. Like, he would have no shame about it either. Like, no shame. Like, he doesn't give two fucks. Like, he fucking would protect me by all means necessary, because he truly did love me, and he loved me in his own unique way. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, we had our differences and things went to shit, but that's because, you know, and when you're in the fucked up lifestyle that sometimes we can get in, shit happens, and I'm still grateful, and I still wish him the best, and I still, you know, say that, you know, we tried, it didn't work, and I forgive you, and I release you, and I wish you the best, you know what I'm saying? But I gotta let you go, because I gotta do what's best for me. In other words, I gotta love myself, because I gotta do what's best for me. In other words, I gotta put myself first, because, you know what I'm saying, it's not healthy for me to remain in this toxic relationship, because, I mean, like, you gotta deal with your karma, I gotta deal with my shit. Like, it's better if we're just something, I don't know what that was, something just fell, but it's better if we just are separate, because it's not healthy for Do you hear these things? That's not human. Do you hear that? Do you hear that? That's not human. Do you hear this? That's not human. Do you see what I'm dealing with right now? Like, this is what I'm talking about. This is the shit that I'm dealing with. That's not human, yo. Like, 100% that's not human. And, like, you hear this, right? Anyways, so I'm not making this shit up. So anyways, these motherfuckers try intruding into my subconscious, my dream. Like, I don't know how to lucid dream. Of course I do. I'm very, very, very trained in regards to that. Like, trust me. Like, they have no idea who they're fucking with, clearly. I may look young, but I am an ancient old soul, okay? And, I don't care. Any projections, it's not my problem to help you fix your resistance to my authentic truth. I will always, like I said, be a truth seeker and a truth speaker, right? And it's not my problem to fix your resistance to the truth. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Anyways, so continuing with the dream. So these motherfuckers are chasing me down in some field, okay? And basically, they're chasing me down in this field, and all of a sudden, I meet this older woman, this blonde woman, and she had like a son and a daughter. She brings me down to her house, and she invites me in. She's really nice, actually, and like, it was a really nice house. Like, so, like they were obviously wealthy, or like, you know what I mean, like or abundant, because like, I mean, they were actually really nice, and I could tell like that, like, I'm pretty good at reading people. They honestly genuinely had good intentions. They weren't trying to, you know what I mean? I could tell they were actually just trying to help me out and protect me. Like, that's what it seemed like to me. And I'm pretty good at reading people. So, I mean, anyways, so I'm chilling there, we're hanging out, and like, I think I was like, I can't remember like exactly how it all went down, but like, I just remember the energy was totally, like, it was chill. Like, they were good people, you know what I'm saying? Anyways, next thing happens, my ex, or the projection of my ex that they were trying to use against me, this cult or whatever the fuck it is, that they were trying to use against me, thinking that I'm gonna fall for this bullshit. Anyways, so this projection of my ex, it's not actually him. I'm telling you, it was never him. But do you hear this stuff? You hear this? That's not natural. That's not humane. That's not normal, right? Anyways, I'm just gonna ignore it because it's irrelevant and it doesn't have anything to do with, like, it's not my problem. Sorry, if you can't handle your own truth, you're not gonna make it very far in this world, because the thing about the truth is the truth doesn't crumble no matter what. It always passes test time, and that's the thing about, if you always stand in your authenticity and your truth, and you always stand in love and light, and guess what? You will always pass test time no matter what. Okay? It's true. And if you can't handle the truth, or you can't stand in your authenticity, or even admit your wrongdoings, then you're gonna have a hard time, and you're probably not gonna make it. I'm telling you, that's just the way it is. You're probably gonna have a shitload of bad karma, not to mention that you to deal with too, considering all of the bad things that you've done in your life. Like, do you hear these noises in my home right now? That's not natural. That's not human. That's not humane. I'm telling you, that is not humane. That is not human. 100%. That I told you, a lot of demonic possessions. Like, I don't even think a priest would help. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what I'm dealing with in this place. Like, it's ridiculous, right? But regardless, I mean, I'm still divinely protected. You know what I'm saying? Like, I always invoke my ancestors, my angels, my guides, my spirit animals, my my Archangel Michael. I'm very close to the Egyptian gods. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I'm protected. I'm not scared. I have no fear. If anything, it's just comical to me. It is, because like, they're freaking out just because they know I'm exposing the truth, because Spirit has been pushing me to expose the truth for a while, because you know what? I mean, why not? Like, I mean, I have nothing to lose, and honestly, if it maybe others out there are, I'm sure that there are others out there that can resonate, and have been maybe through the same kind of shit, or just in a different form, way, shape, whatever. Anyways, so back to the story I was explaining before we were rudely interrupted by whatever the hell that thing is. I don't even know what to call it. But anyways, it really doesn't matter, because it's got nothing to do with me, and it's not my problem, and is completely separate, not related, or relevant. So, back to my story, my dream. So this couple takes me in, this mother and her daughter, her children. Anyways. so it was a really nice house, and all of a sudden my ex, or the projection of my ex, shows up at her door with a big blowtorch, like propane torch, and it's like, I'm gonna burn your fucking house down if you don't fucking release her right fucking now, blah blah, excuse my language. Do you hear the sirens right now too? Do you hear the sirens outside? Like, that's not a coincidence. You hear this shit? Do you hear this? Yeah. Yeah, anyways, so they're like, I'm gonna blow your fucking place down with a blowtorch if you don't release her. So the next thing I know, I wake up in an underground facility. An underground facility where I look around and they're like all these other earth angels, star seeds, and they're all being tested on like lab rats, okay? Like, it's like literally like an underground facility where they're like taking earth angels, star seeds, and the whole works, and they're testing on them like they're fucking lab rats. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is fucked up shit. Like, what the fuck, right? So I automatically stood up and I said, where the fuck am I? Where the fuck am I? Where the fuck am I? And this chick, or who, I don't even know what to call them, these things, okay? But she wouldn't answer me. She just wouldn't answer me. They just basically just kept trying to come at me and grab me. But of course, I'm a little bit quicker than them, and I'm a little bit more, I'm not your average Joe, clearly. I mean, obviously they wouldn't be coming at me so hard, trying to, thinking that they can come into my subconscious, and I'm not going to realize the difference between my real ex and the projection of my ex, the one that it's not even, I'm telling you, was not even him, like, I'm telling you, because he would kill for me, like, even to this day, like, he would fucking kill for me, the real him, you know what I'm saying, as I would for him. You know what I'm saying? Like, he saved my life many times, and I saved his too. So, with that said, he would not hunt me down and just throw me out to dry to the fucking. That's what I'm saying. They just tried to use that as a fucking, you know what I mean? But they obviously don't know me very well, clearly, and that's fine. I'm not like whatever they're doing, it's not gonna work. But what I'm exposing, what Spirit really wanted me to expose, was the fact that. Like basically after I said, where am I, whatever, I'm not kidding, I pulled myself out of the dream, and I woke up, because you know what, I seen enough. I saw enough, and I seen enough, and I was like, this is it. That's when I grabbed my phone. I was gonna write down my dream, but I was like, you know what, it's better to just speak it. So I pressed record, and I just basically just said basically exactly what happened in my dream. I explained it as a mental note so I could look back on it, whatever the fuck, because you know what, it was too fucked up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just the fact that these motherfuckers, have enough nerve to try and invade my subconscious and think they can get away with this shit, you know what I'm saying? And not just that, like I'm not gonna be aware of it, you know what I'm saying? Like, of course I'm gonna be aware, like it's comical to me, and not just that, but like what I want to expose is the fact that they were literally taking earth angels and star seeds and other individuals that, you know what I mean, and I'm not kidding you, in that underground facility, whatever the fuck was going on was not natural, it was not humane. So I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. Spirit wanted me just to put this out there to I mean, I don't give a fuck. I'm not afraid of shit. I'm not afraid of the government. I don't fear the government. I don't fear you. There's not much. I don't fear much. I've seen a lot of fucked up shit in my life, and you know what? I'm a survivor, and I'm also a soldier and a warrior. And you know what? All that stuff I've been through has made me very fucking strong. It's made me. Sorry. Um, I gotta take my friend's cat back upstairs in a second. But it made me very strong, okay? And I've been through a lot, trust me. Like, I mean, and it's true what they say, when what goes up must go down, what goes down must come up. And you know what? I've been to the bottom, I've been to hell. So you know what? Now there's no other place to go, no other direction but up. So that's what I'm saying. Like, they can't drag me down any further, because I've already been to the bottom. So, and it's the same with Carl Jung. When he says, no tree is said can go to heaven unless its roots reach down all the way to hell. Like, same thing with that, right? Well, guess what? You know what? Heaven and hell is just a mind state. But I'll tell you one thing. That mind state, I'll tell you one thing. I've definitely experienced the hell, okay? And now, after you experience one, it's like, it's even like you know what I'm saying, there's the universal law too, like it's like then it's inevitably you're gonna experience the polar opposite. In other words, I mean, the seeker now is here, hold on, I have this 1 second. Apologies. Okay, so here I have this thing written on my wall over here. Sorry, I apologize that it's really dark, but it says basically it's part of the law of one. Okay, it talks about how each seeker is here to become a direct co-creator, basically, by allowing that which is the one great original thought to be us and to move through us, and also with that move into the earth plane or into Gaia, right? Anchoring into Gaia by blessing this energy, and yet not the love, not this love and light that it cannot be spent. The seeker is affirming that which is. All of us have known these entities who, by their very being, improve the vibrations of a place, yet always know that it is not from you that these things come from, it is through you. There is not a key that unlocks the doors of the heart that has anything to do with the human mind or the will in the worldly sense of mind. Rather, it is the naked soul, the bare and unadorned spirit, that is the object of perfection. That is love itself, and that is all of us. That is each of you. In other words, we are all sacred beings. We are all sacred. That wasn't the one I was trying to read. Actually, the one that I was but the one I was actually trying to read was this one here, which is also a part of the law of one. That's what I'm saying. These other karmic individuals, they need to educate themselves and realize there's divine spiritual laws, like, you know, that exist in the higher realms, and the way that divine beings work, like the things that they're trying to do, it's not going to be successful, and it's always going to end badly for them, because you can't do that to people who are divine beings, or, like, you know what I'm saying, like what they're trying to do, it's just not rational, it's not logical, and it doesn't make any sense. But anyways, I'm back. I'm gonna just not even say anything. I just wanted to expose that dream, and also expose, you know what I'm saying, like these individuals for the shady shit that they're doing, because you know what, it's not acceptable, it's not appropriate, it's gone on long enough, and you know what, game over. Because you know what, I mean, I gotta say thank you though, because of you guys, it's helped me tap into who I truly am. In other words, prior to this whole altercation, I wasn't as aware of who I really am. In other words, it kind of woke me up a bit, and also tapped into some of the abilities and gifts I have inside of my vessel and DNA that were dormant, and now they're awakened. And I'm apparently only tapping into this is just the beginning. From what I understand, it's just the beginning, and there's still like I've only touched on the beginning of it. There's still a lot more, apparently. Like, I mean, I sometimes, I guess, I mean, obviously really to come at me that hard, I must be, I didn't even realize it was a threat, because I'm quiet, I mind my own business, I don't do shit, you know what I'm saying, but apparently I am a threat, and apparently I'm a lot more powerful than I'm aware of. But I'm starting to understand that, and I'm starting to realize, and I'm starting to, literally, as I've actually witnessed and experienced it, I can't even explain some of these things I've experienced, because it's hard to even put into words. Some of these things, it's like when you're dealing with something spiritual or etherical, it's like there's no words for it, because like it's not like all these advanced civilizations or beings or extraterrestrials, they all speak telepathically. They don't have to literally express with words, because it's all up here. It's all in your mind. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not necessary to even say it out loud, because it's all up here, right? You know what I mean? So with that said, these low vibrational beings, they're not gonna make it. You know what I'm saying? In other words, we're anchoring into the 5D, right? So in other words, like. And we're getting close to it's harvest season as well. It's October almost, and it's like, I mean, almost ended. Like 2025 is coming soon. Like, I mean, trust me. Like, and the earth is just getting more higher vibrational. People are becoming more awake. Christ consciousness is fucking online. And when we stand all together in unity, like, that's why I literally prayed today. I made a prayer to the Most High, to God, and I said, you know what? Anyone who's gone through anything that I've went through, anyone who's been targeted by these beings or these individuals or whoever the fuck, these cults, whatever they want to call themselves, I pray I pray for their downfall. I pray that they get a wake-up call that wakes them up to the reality that they are not going to succeed, that no matter what they do, especially when we all stand together, and when we're like, I also pray if there's anyone else that's going through this, that they are set free and they are released, and that they are, like, I'm not kidding, I pray that they are released, and that these souls are, if they're righteous and they are just and they are like anything like me, that they are released and they are set free, because you know what, they have no business messing around with anybody who is divine, or anyone who is, you know what I mean, like righteous, just, you know what I'm saying, like, and I'm not kidding, I had something channeled from my ancestors too as well, and I'll say it again, I've said it before, but I'm going to say it again, that the inhumane, corrupt individuals and systems shall fall, the righteous, strong, just shall stand tall, and the weeds shall be picked from the garden for the good and for the good of all, okay? And with that, we'll plant new seeds, and we'll plant new seeds with love, and we will rise above. In other words, we'll bring heaven down to earth, to Gaia, you know what I'm saying? And there will be a rebirth. And there's nothing they can do to stop it. In other words, we're reclaiming what was always ours, our God-given birthrights. In other words, the Matrix, all that shit, that was all just to program us. But the real truth, the real authentic truth is that, you know, we're not captives, we're not slaves. We never were. If anything, we're the captains of our lives. We are the creators of our lives. We can control the construct, and we have the power and the ability to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to just reclaim your power, reclaim your essence, reclaim your soul, reclaim all of that back across from the infinite omniverse itself. Call back your power and your essence. You know what I'm saying? Okay, then one more thing I'm gonna read to y'all, and then it's 26:49 on the clock right now. So I'm just gonna, one more thing I'm going to read to y'all, and then I gotta go because I gotta bring my friend's cat back up to her, and also I have laundry in an hour, so I gotta get my laundry together. But do you hear this thing still screaming? Like, what the? Anyways, you see what I'm dealing with right now? Like, this is the kind of shit that I deal with on a regular basis. I just ignore it because, you know what? Like, I'm not gonna sink to that level. That's just so low. And do you hear these sirens again? Like, do you see what I'm saying? Anytime that I ever start speaking the truth, dude, anytime I ever start speaking the truth, these sirens, like, I'm not kidding, like, you have no idea how badly they want me to shut up, and they don't want me to expose this shit. I'm not kidding. I actually literally made a video earlier, and somehow it just got erased, and now I can't access it. So that's why, I know, sweetheart, I'm gonna bring you back upstairs. One second, I've just got one more thing I want to read from the Law of One here, and then I'm gonna press, you know, I'm gonna end this and say, you know, because I do actually have to get my laundry together, and I also need to return my friend's cat to her. Okay, the last thing I wanted to read to y'all is that this is in regards to the Law of One, okay? Skill, okay, but make sure this is okay, skill comes in learning how to interpret the triggering process of one does not wish to repress. 1 second, honey. Okay, we're going in 1 sec, okay? I promise you we're going in 1 second. One does not wish to repress the emotions or the emotional state of unworthiness. The skillful seeker will welcome it in and take it as it welcomes all catalyst, okay? And take it into the balancing process, paying attention to it, even empathizing it, and then asking yourself, what is the dynamic opposite of this emotion? And in this case, the dynamic opposite would obviously be worthiness, right? So yeah, in the case of unworthiness, the opposite, yeah, is worthiness. And so after one has experienced the unworthiness, one awaits the dynamic opposite, which is obviously worthiness. So still in meditation, and they sit in meditation, and the dynamic opposite, they ask for it and invoke it, and with that, worthiness and flows into the consciousness of this being with its own information, right? Why is this seeker worthy, do you ask? This seeker is worthy because this seeker is part of all that is. In other words, part of the infinity. It's part of all that exists. It's part of the one intelligence that created us all. That's why the seeker is worthy, okay? And all that there is unconditional love as well, okay? The worth of the seeker now is infinite. You understand? There is nothing but worth. Nothing but worth within the seeker's truth and deep nature. Oh. Yeah. This is little man here. I gotta go bring him upstairs. Hey, you wanna go upstairs? Yeah, you do. Okay, that was my message. I hope you guys got something out of it. I'm gonna go bring this little guy back up to my friend upstairs. I hope y'all. I hear you, honey. We're gonna bring you back upstairs right now, okay? We're gonna bring you back upstairs right now, okay, sweetheart? I know he really wants to go home. Okay, I gotta bring this little guy back up home, back up to home, and I get my laundry together. But I hope you guys. I know, sweetie, I hear you. But also, I think it's this thing in the hall that keeps freaking out too. I don't think that he likes that either. I mean, I know. I mean, who would want to listen to that? Do you hear it? That's not human. That's for sure. But, anyways. No weapons forged against us shall prosper. Love will always prevail and conquer no matter what. And with that said, I rebuke it and return it to its original origins with love, light, gratitude, and forgiveness as well. Also. Okay, hold on. Yes, okay, sweetie, hold on. It is not my problem to fix anybody's resistance to my truth, so anything that I've just spoken of, it is not my problem if you don't agree with it, but that is the authentic truth, that is my truth, and I will always stand in my truth no matter what. Meaning I will always pass the test of time. And if you're afraid of the truth, then I think you're going to have a lot of problems in life, because if you can't handle embracing your own authentic nature, then that's unfortunate, but I don't think it's the case with you guys, as I'm sharing this message with the collective, and because it needs to be put out there, as this has gone on long enough, and as far as I'm concerned, the game is over. In other words, the dumb and games is over. That's what I call it, the dumb and games, right? I got this up right here. In other words, let's keep the dumb fuckery to a bare minimum, because, you know what I'm saying, like, besides, I put up with enough dumb fuckery for, like, a lifetime, so I'm good. I gotta go. Okay, have a good night, guys. I hope maybe some of you got something from this message, and I'm sending you all love and light, and wishing you all the best. And anyone who's experienced any of the things that I was speaking of, I tell you one thing: stay strong, no matter what. You will, like, this too shall pass, and trust me, it won't go on forever, and it's only a matter of time before these things will cease to exist, because in the future, these lower vibrational beings, they're obsolete. They can't handle the higher vibrations or the higher consciousness. So with that said, they won't even be, like, it's like delete, and that's what the creators do right now. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you're not this, you're not that. Okay, delete. Anyways, I gotta go. Okay, all right. Good night, guys. I'll try and make more messages, because I'm not getting spirits about my for a while, and it's okay. I don't mind if I don't have that many subscribers. I mean, I got nothing to lose, but I gotta start putting my shit out there and sharing more, apparently. But anyways, I really gotta go. So have a good night.